There it is. We report, you decide. All right, Democratic state senators are MIA still in Wisconsin as the Badger State faces a major budget battle. All right, let's talk about it now with our panel. Amos Snead, former press secretary for House Republican Whip Roy Blunt, and David Mercer, former deputy national finance director for the DNC. Gentlemen, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Good to see you, Shannon.
All right, David, given the DNC connection, I want to start with you because they have taken some heat in being involved in some way in these protests, buses, phone banks, those kinds of things. Why or why not should they be involved?
Why? Because there's a great collaborative effort and relationship between Labor and Democrats and the DNC for years, and we're standing by them in this battle to protect any kind of further threat to what the governor is doing in Wisconsin on collective bargaining. And so we are rallying to make sure that, yes, we want to be in the negotiations for budget cuts and restraint and getting it on the proper track, but at the same time, we're not going to forfeit collective bargaining, which is a right of the American working family.
Well, Amos, as this plays out and it lingers longer and longer, I mean, it seems like the governor is digging in his heels. The Democratic lawmakers who are hiding out, which stops the vote process in the state Senate there, they're not coming back. Who stands to gain and lose the most in this situation as it drags on?
Well, I think time will tell with this. I mean, this is happening across states across the country. You're going to have to tighten your belt. You're going to have to make some budget cuts. I think the governor's put forth a plan that deserves a vote. But I think what's most interesting to David's point is the influence from Washington, D.C. in Wisconsin. I think Senator Grassley said it best this morning when he tweeted out that President Obama has a full-time job. How is he also playing in Wisconsin, trying to be governor there? So it's very interesting, the D.C. play that's happening in Wisconsin.
Yeah, and the president did weigh in on this. He said, hey, let's remember these people are our neighbors and our friends. And he looks at this as an attack on unions more than trying to solve a budgetary problem, David. So is it fair to criticize him for making a comment or getting involved?
I don't believe it's fair to criticize. I don't think the president was criticizing anybody. He made an observation that it looks like the union right to collective bargaining is under assault, and in fact it is. Green Bay Packers, who know teamwork, who are union, stood behind them. He's not the only one that's weighing in on this issue and what we all know to be an assault on collective bargaining and the right to negotiate. What are the best ways to put our economy back in order?
Well, and that's what the other side is arguing, is that in order to get the economy back in order and facing a $3.6 billion deficit there in Wisconsin, they have to make these changes moving forward with collective bargaining with unions. Is it fair? I mean, given looking at workers' rights and these teachers who say they can't afford to lose their collective bargaining versus a state budget where the governor says, I'd love to be able to help you, but the money's not there.
I think you're seeing that with Capitol Hill, House Republicans. You're seeing that in governors across the country. I mean, these governors are responsible for balancing their budget, and they have to do it. So, I mean, he's put forth the best plan. I'm sure he would love to offer that, but he looks at the bottom line, and it's impossible to offer.
If I might point out, the Michigan governor found a way to get the cuts he wanted in negotiating with labor without taking away collective bargaining. I think that's the model that we want to see going forward and should be for the future.
Well, we'll see, because this is playing out in a number of states. We'll have to leave this discussion there, but panel, stick around. Another topic coming up for you to debate. Sure. All right, members of Congress stayed up until the wee hours of the morning, many mornings this week, passing the funding bill just to get us through this year. It's about to run out, but does the public really think that Washington is legitimately getting anything done? We'll talk polls with our panel after the break.
Democracy means you show up and participate, and they failed to do that. They're walking out on their job.
Homeowners, rates have been going up, but you can still refinance to a fixed rate as low as 4.5% at LendingTree.com, where customers save an average of $293 a month. Call LendingTree at 1-800-800-8733 today.
Everyone has someone to go heart healthy for. Who's your someone? Campbell's Healthy Request can help. Low cholesterol, 0 grams trans fat, and a healthy level of sodium. It's amazing what soup can do.
Gout's root cause is high uric acid. If you have gout, high uric acid can lead to more attacks. To help reduce attacks, lower your uric acid. Uloric lowers uric acid levels in adults with gout. It's not for the treatment of high uric acid without a history of gout. Uloric reduces uric acid to help you reach a healthy level.
Don't take Uloric